Greetings and welcome to another episode of Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone. I'm Nathan Varney.
I'm Patrick Tackett.
And today we're going to be taking a look at Guardians of Knowhere, number 1, Marvel Comics book, releasing on Wednesday, July the 15th, 2015. Primary writing here, Brian Michael Bendis. Yeah. Without even reading, you know. And primary art, Mike Deodato. I'm fumbling on speaking there. I didn't know how to pronounce his name. Anyway, this book has most of the Guardians of the Galaxy that appear in the appeared in the Marvel Comics movie, called Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got Rocket Raccoon, Drax, and Gamora. We are without Groot and Star-Lord. They are, at least more than likely, they are in other areas of Battle World at this point.
Yeah, well, Groot definitely is.
Yes, Groot's on the Thor Corps, assuming it's the same one.
Yeah.
The Star-Lord has not yet made his appearance on Battle World, but there's a book called Star-Lord and Kitty Pryde, so I assume that they'll have him in there, so to get all of them in. Anyway, so you're introduced here to this book with Knowhere, a giant celestial head that was, I guess, one of the Celestials that Doom decapitated in creation of Battle World.
Yeah.
It is floating. Apparently, floating above Earth, or Battle World, whatever. Battle Earth. Doom Earth. Anyway.
Doom World.
It is a domain of Battle World, so leaving Knowhere, leaving territories and leaving domains of Battle World is not permitted, per decree of Doom. So, you've got Gamora in this book that is being tracked by Angela, the Asgard's assassin Angela in Marvel, which, for those of you that aren't very familiar just yet, Angela previously was an Image Comics character that Marvel somehow, I'm not really sure how, but gained the rights to recently and brought them into their universe.
Yeah,
so
she was very prominent in Spawn, where she first appeared.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she is on the Thor Guard, I guess. I guess she's somehow associated.
Maybe they're calling her Doom's daughter in this.
Yes.
Kind of.
So, nonetheless, she is searching for tracking Gamora because she left Knowhere. And of course, that is being that that's not permitted. She goes and throws down with Drax. A pretty mean throwdown.
Yeah.
They tore each other up pretty hard. With Angela appears, now this is something I'm not. You and I talked about while reading. Angela seems to have potentially have control over her outfit
or armor, whatever it is,
because she actually used it as a weapon to attack Drax. So, pretty neat, kind of.
I don't know if that's something new. I haven't noticed that before in her other books that she's been in. So.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a pretty neat thing. But a big battle here because they fight because Drax would not give her the location of Gamora. Right. He wouldn't give her any information about Gamora. When it appears that Angela potentially is going to best Drax in this fight, Gamora steps out and says, hold up, yeah. I'm here, your problem's with me. So Gamora appears, when she appears, her eyes are glowing, and she has the star brand as her cape, and inside of her hood all have what appears to be space.
Yeah.
So, and she and Angela, I guess, just before they start to fight, Rocket and Rocket Raccoon arrives, and basically,
not one to talk very much. He just blasts Angela over and is like, "Let's go ahead and get out of here."
yeah. So they take off as Angela is left saying, where did they go? Because she's completely disoriented. And in one of the shots, as you pointed out, in one of the shots of the bystanders, or standers by, I'm not sure what the appropriate grammar is there, but nonetheless, it appears to be something from Star Wars is in that group. And you, I think you hit the nail on the head with that, is it being a Rancor.
Yeah, it looks like the Rancor.
So that's pretty neat and appropriate for it being, on a planet in outer space.
Exactly.
So I'm sure it's not a Rancor, but I mean, as far as like legit Marvel, not lack of continuity, but nonetheless, it certainly looks like one. So that was a neat Easter egg to put in here, regardless. So they go to another place. I assume they're still on somewhere on Nowhere.
Maybe it was like a desert place though, with a sky and everything. So
yeah,
I don't know if they escaped to Earth.
Yeah, I'm not sure. More than likely not, but regardless, they leave and they seek the aid of Mantis, and she was an original member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, correct?
Yeah, from the reboot in 2000. What was that? I forget. 2004. Was it been that long?
Well, are you talking like the movie Guardians of the Galaxy,
No.
or the one before that?
The one they introduced Star-Lord, Rocket, and all those together as that group.
Well, that was like 2004.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So they seek her help, and as they're conversing, of course, Rocket's very upset that Gamora is being all secretive about why she left Nowhere.
Yeah. Because apparently it's not been the first time. She's done it several times.
Right. So during their conversation, they are the place they're in is basically blown up.
Yeah.
As they're outside, they find themselves standing with what was it? Yatada. I don't even.
Yatato or something.
It was not Yato, because that's what I kept finding returns for. It was Yotat.
Yotat.
There we go. Goodness, a really burly gun wielding guy that looks. He's got like a crown looking helmet, kind of similar to Maestro when he's armored up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, so. I'm not sure who this fellow is. I tried to look around online a little bit to see if I could get some identification on him as to maybe an origin or anything, but I could not find. It was to no success. So maybe this is a new character.
Maybe.
Which would be cool.
Yeah.
So.
And I like before he shows up too. She just like her eyes flash and she just says out of nowhere Thanos, and everybody's like, "What's a Thanos?"
Yeah, they are not aware of who Thanos is here, except Gamora.
Yeah.
And this kind of plays to the thing that I've been saying since reading Secret Wars #1, the speculation of that Thanos will have a significant part in the conclusion of Secret Wars.
Yeah. So what I've always wondered about all this, and this kind of, I don't know if this helps me think about it even more or question it even more, is Secret Wars only on Earth? Did it just change that small bit of reality, or is it the whole universe?
Well, I actually haven't given that much thought, and that's something definitely to think about, because it would make it more convenient for storytelling if it was just that part, but from everything that's on here, all the different characters that have been pulled in and such, I don't know. I just don't know.
Everything's been on Earth, Battle World, nothing's ever been talking about out of Battleworld except for this. This is just in outer space. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is an interesting
Yes.
thing, and I guess that's part of the strength of the entirety of Secret Wars so far is I've not even paused to think until you mentioned that, effectively until reading this book, what has been affected.
Yeah, because
And what hasn't.
If it's just like the Earth or our solar system, whatever, and Thanos is like, what's going on here?
I mean, he seems to, at least the Thanos from Thanos Prime, if you will. He seems to have been pulled in, and he's out and about.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Gamora is sensing him, or maybe there's. Oh, how awesome it would be to have multiple Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanoses in this story.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And it's always intrigued me, any of these characters with power cosmic, when it's got to do with something that's changed the world, they always know something's wrong.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
they're
the
somehow
right
connected.
reality, yeah.
Yes. So, Gamora also could certainly be a major player here.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you mentioned when while we were reading this, she almost gives off the vibe of Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
Or the
That
equivalent thereof.
kind of thing, yeah.
So, has the look of a Genus Vale of a Captain Marvel. The demeanor of Warlock. So, a lot of possibilities for where they could go with her in this.
Yeah.
So, in case you can't tell from this anyway, from the discussion here so far, a really good book.
Very good book. So far, it's one of my favorites out of the Secret Wars line.
Yeah, I mean, because this really feels like that, as you mentioned, this could be the what else is there?
Yeah.
What wasn't
Yeah.
pulled in, or the greater question of how far was Doom's reach
Right.
in the
And
end.
the way they describe that too is like nobody on Battleworld thinks that there's anybody up here, and this is a whole moon-sized thing of people and
Yes.
aliens and everything, and
Living
nobody
in-
on Battleworld thinks they're there. So
Yeah. So raises a lot of really good questions. Starts a whole lot of things here potentially. The art is gorgeous. I mean, Rocket looks just like how they had him depicted in the movie. I mean, it was almost like they just took the CGI from that and just overlaid it in this comic. So, which I mean, Mike does great work.
Yeah, I love his
so,
art.
I mean, it's definitely spot on here. And Brian Michael Bendis certainly is on his A game here. So for this book, I'm definitely looking forward to issue 2 of this. So, any other final thoughts for you for this particular book?
No, I think I pretty much covered everything. It's a really big read, and I probably could just go on and on about the different things that could happen from this. So.
Yeah, a lot of speculation could come from this. So you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy versus Angela, Asgard's assassin.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for awesome right there. Anyway, mixing in Yotat, this potentially new character, and where's Thanos coming into play?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, guys, thanks for watching another episode of Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone. Definitely leave us your comments. What do you think? Having read this book, if you've not, definitely go take a look at it and let us know what you think. I look forward to seeing your comments in there, and we will catch you in the next episode of Shop Talk down here at Page 3's Game Zone. We'll see you.